Hey everyone, welcome back to Genai's F1 News. Let's kick things off with something you probably didn't see coming. According to motorsport.com, Red Bull has teamed up with Crocs to launch a brand new footwear collection, and yes, we're talking about those iconic foam clogs. The centerpiece is the Croc Band clog, priced at a cool $95. The timing is pretty clever too. This full collection drops on May 21st, which is literally the day before the Canadian Grand Prix weekend kicks off in Montreal. Alongside the Croc Band clog, you'll also be able to grab the classic runner model. Both are getting that F1 car-inspired design treatment. So if you've ever wanted to rep your favorite team while keeping your feet comfy, this might be your moment. The partnership shows just how far F1 merchandise has come beyond the traditional team apparel. Now let's talk about the real story dominating the paddock right now, Kimi Antonelli. The 19-year-old Mercedes driver has absolutely taken the grid by storm and recently became the youngest driver in F1 history to lead the championship standings. But here's the fascinating part. According to former F1 driver Juan Pablo Montoya, speaking with motorsport.com, there's one person who deserves massive credit for Antonelli's success: his race engineer Peter Bonnington. Montoya specifically highlighted that Bonnington is a big part of the reason Antonelli has managed to bounce back so impressively after a rocky start to his career, including that high-profile crash during his first practice session at Monza. Now, Otmar Szafnauer, the former Alpine team principal, is also predicting that Antonelli's best days are still ahead of him. Szafnauer believes that once Antonelli hits his mid-20s, he'll become an even more formidable force on the grid. So rivals, consider yourselves warned. This kid is just getting started. All right, let's shift gears and head to Spain, where something exciting is being built. According to motorsport.com, Williams driver Carlos Sainz recently got behind the wheel at Madrid's brand new Madring circuit, which is set to host its inaugural Formula One Grand Prix this September. Here's the thing though, Sainz took a 450 horsepower Ford Mustang GT out for some laps, and his initial verdict? The track is faster than it actually looks. Now, that might sound like a small comment, but for circuit designers and F1 fans alike, that's actually really important feedback. The 5.4-kilometer layout features 22 turns and is still under construction as the team works to meet various deadlines, including a crucial FIA inspection at the end of May. Sainz giving fans this early glimpse of the circuit has actually sparked some pretty heated debates online, with the F1 community pretty split on their first impressions of the new venue. But with Madrid's rich motorsport heritage and this brand new facility positioned near Barajas Airport, September's debut could be something special. Let's rewind to one of the most incredible performances we've seen in recent F1 history. According to motorsport.com, Max Verstappen recently opened up about his absolutely masterful display at the 2024 Brazilian Grand Prix, describing it as one of the best races he's ever driven. And when you think about it, that's saying something coming from a four-time world champion. What made this performance so special? Well, Verstappen started all the way back in 17th on the grid after some unfortunate luck during qualifying. But in wet conditions, and this is key, Verstappen absolutely showed why he's regarded as the best in the business when it comes to handling the rain. He called the entire race super chaotic, but that chaos played right into his hands. He carved his way through the field with a wet-weather masterclass that reminded everyone why this guy is so difficult to beat when conditions get tricky. It's performances like this that showcase not just raw speed, but incredible racecraft and adaptability. Now, let's get into some serious technical territory. The FIA has confirmed some significant changes coming to F1 engine regulations for 2027. And according to reporting from motorsport.com and analysis from Sky Sports F1 analyst Naomi Schiff, this could shake things up considerably. Here's what's happening. The governing body is shifting the power distribution to be 60% internal combustion engine and 40% electrical, with a 50 kilowatt decrease in electric power and a 50 kilowatt increase from the combustion side. The goal is to make driving more intuitive. But here's where it gets interesting. Schiff has warned that this could actually punish Mercedes, who've been dominant in the current era. She also suggests that smaller teams could face serious financial headaches trying to adapt to these new specifications. So we could be looking at a scenario where some teams gain a massive advantage while others are forced to scramble just to stay competitive. It's a reminder that in F1, Regulation changes don't just affect performance on track. They have huge ripple effects across the entire paddock. Sometimes the biggest stories aren't about who's racing. They're about who stepped away. According to Motorsport.com, 8-time Grand Prix winner Daniel Ricciardo has opened up about his adjustment to life away from Formula One after his departure at the end of the 2024 season. The Australian retired from the grid after Singapore, where he was replaced at Racing Bulls by Liam Lawson. Now here's what's interesting. Ricciardo said his day-to-day life actually feels a little more real since stepping back from the intense F1 calendar. After years of the relentless schedule, the pressure, and the constant grind, Ricciardo is finding peace in the slower pace of regular life. It's a perspective we don't often hear from retired drivers, but it highlights just how all-consuming a Formula One career really is. For someone like Ricciardo, who had an incredible run in the sport, this sounds like a refreshing change of pace. Finally, let's talk about the future of how we watch F1. According to Motorsport.com, Apple's Senior Vice President of Services, Eddie Q, believes Formula One has a tremendous opportunity for long-term growth in the United States. This comes after Apple took over the broadcasting rights for F1 in America starting in 2026, and the early numbers are really impressive. Ratings were significantly up compared to last year's linear broadcasts, which is exactly what Apple wanted to see. The tech giant sees the championship as having huge potential for expansion stateside, especially as F1 continues to grow its American fan base. With Apple's resources and global reach, combined with F1's increasing popularity across the country, we could be looking at a real turning point for the sport in North America. This could mean more races, better coverage, and ultimately, more American fans getting into the sport. It's exciting stuff for anyone hoping to see F1 become as big in the US as it is in Europe.